So I was watching a movie recently because that's what I do when I try to relax. But I cannot always relax when I watch a movie because I get ideas for teachings such as this when I watch a movie. So this is what happened. I have a friend and she gave me a list of all the Marvel movies. So she gave me a list of all the Marvel movies, and recently I watched Avengers Infinity War. If you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, please don't watch this message further because I'm going to give some things away. Watch the movie first, come back to the session. But there's this guy in the beginning called Thanos, and he wants to get the 6 Infinity Stones because if he gets the 6 Infinity Stones, he can wipe out half of humanity. That's the kind of person he was. And then this other guy called Hulk, and Hulk decides he's going to fight this Thanos guy. But what happened is Thanos got the bigger hand and he almost destroyed Hulk. He didn't kill him, but he destroyed him. Now, for those of you who don't know the Marvel movies, Hulk are 2 people. There's Bruce Banner, who's the normal person. This person cannot really fight, very clever, very scientific, very good in the scientific area, and like I said, he's very smart. And then there's Hulk. So Bruce Banner, the human that's a scientist, turns into Hulk and Hulk fights. But in this movie, Hulk loses to Thanos in the beginning of the movie. Now this guy Bruce Banner goes with all of the other Avengers to fight to stop this guy called Thanos. But every single time Bruce Banner gets on the scene, Hulk doesn't want to come out and fight. So he gets green a bit. For those of you who don't know what Hulk looks like, he will be on the screen. So every single time Bruce Banner goes and he wants to fight, and then he gets a little green and Hulk just says, "No, I'm not going to fight," and he goes back. So what happened to Hulk is he lost the battle, and because he lost the battle, he stopped believing in himself and he started to feel insecure. Now, a lot of times in life we have to fight. We don't fight physically, like hopefully you're not going to take this message and go fight physically, but there's a fight in our mindset, there's a fight in our emotions. If you want your emotions to be at a good place, if you want your mind to be at a good place, if you want your emotions to be at a good place, if you want your mindset to be at a good place, if you want your life to be at a good place, you have to fight for it. And again, I'm not saying physically, I'm saying mentally, emotionally, you have to fight to be at a good place. But what happens if you lose so hard in life, or if you get knocked down so hard in life that the fighter in you doesn't want to fight anymore, just like the Hulk, and you're left with Bruce Banner, the human side, the one that cannot fight. So I've seen a lot of teachings on boundaries, and I do think boundaries are very important. But today we're going to speak about unhealthy boundaries. Unhealthy boundaries are boundaries that you put up because you don't want to fight anymore, because you lost your fight. But let's speak about healthy boundaries first, and then I'm going to give you a few things on unhealthy boundaries that has to be dealt with. So what are healthy boundaries? Healthy boundaries comes from a healthy place. I am healthy, I have a good self-love, and I put on boundaries because I don't want something to come in and hurt or destroy me. Or I need healing. Because I need healing, I put on some boundaries to make sure that I can heal. So there might be some people I don't allow close to me. There might be some circumstances that I don't allow close to me because I want to heal. For instance, and it's not true, I'm just using this as an example, if I was an alcoholic and I struggle with alcohol, it's a good idea to put boundaries on environments and people that bring alcohol into my atmosphere because I want to heal. So when you want to stay healthy and you want to put on boundaries for others to hurt you, boundaries is a very good thing, and boundaries is a very necessary thing, because boundaries protect you from being used and it protects you from being hurt, and then it's a healthy boundary. When people want you to become somebody else than your authentic self, boundaries are very important. So if I have people in my life and they want to take me out of my values, they want to take me out of my beliefs, and they want to influence me in a bad way, they want to change the authentic me, boundaries is a very important thing because it protects me and it protects the authentic me. When you have purpose, and I believe every single person watching this should have some kind of purpose. When you have purpose, anything and any person that tries to distract or derail you from that purpose, there has to be boundaries. You cannot allow that, because otherwise you're not going to fulfill your purpose. So boundaries is a very good thing, and boundaries is a very healthy thing. But the Hulk didn't put up a healthy boundary. The Hulk threw away his purpose and he put up boundaries not from a place of healthy or healing. He put up boundaries out of a place of hurt and insecurity. So what if there are some things that you do need in life? What if there are some people that you do need in life, but you have so many boundaries up that you are busy keeping good things out because you are at a place of insecurity and you are in an unhealthy place. So now I'm going to explain to you what unhealthy boundaries are and how unhealthy boundaries can be damaging. Before I do that, I want to encourage you to like, to subscribe, leave a comment, send this message to as many people as you can, because we believe it's going to help them. And then also I do individual sessions, group sessions, family sessions, and sessions in the workplace on mindset and mental welfare. If you want to know more, please email me or go visit our website at www.mindprosperity.co.za. Okay, so what are unhealthy boundaries? Unhealthy boundaries are walls that keeps out what can help you and what can heal you. Sometimes there are situations you should be part of, sometimes there are things you should be involved in, and sometimes there are people in your life that are good for you and you are pushing them away out of a place of hurt and insecurity, and you are calling it a boundary, but it's not a healthy boundary, it's an unhealthy boundary, or it's a wall busy keeping good things out. The other one, when you do not fulfill your purpose because of hurt and you call it a boundary. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to be involved in what I should be involved in. And I call it a boundary, but it's actually again a wall. And this is exactly what the Hulk did. He didn't fight anymore. He didn't have impact anymore. He didn't fulfill his purpose anymore. Now I'm going to watch the new movie tonight, or the next movie tonight. So I'm going to see what happens. But in that movie, he didn't come to a fight. So what happened is this one guy called Tony Stark, he made this suit for Bruce Banner because Bruce Banner still had to fight. So he made this suit, or this cover up, because the Hulk couldn't fight. So many times the boundary is a cover up for who we really are, and to put on a cover up for who we really are is also not a good thing, and it's also an unhealthy boundary. The next one, you push good people away because of hurt. Maybe in your previous relationship, in your previous job, in your previous involvement, you got hurt, and now that you don't want to get hurt again, you put up not boundaries but walls, and you put up walls to get people, to keep people out that are actually going to be good for you. And the other thing is you stop having influence on others because of boundaries. Now, leadership is influence, and I believe all of us are called to have influence, and because all of us are called to have influence, all of us are called to be leaders. By that I'm not saying everybody's going to have a title. By that I'm not saying everybody's going to be the boss of the company. By that I'm not saying everybody is going to be the leader, but by that I am saying that everybody should have an influence in somebody else's life. And if you put up walls, which is an unhealthy boundary, you're not going to fulfill that, and you're not going to have that influence. So what I want to articulate to you in this video and in this session is boundaries. Healthy boundaries is a very important thing. But I see so many people that are so focused on boundaries that they have so many boundaries up that later it becomes walls. It becomes walls. You don't go out and have the influence that you should have, and you keep out things that are actually going to be good for you from coming in. And I want to end with this quote. This quote is unknown. I don't know whose quote this is. It's not mine, but this is what it says. It says, yes, love yourself, but also analyze and be critical of how you think, act, and behave. Self-love without self-awareness is useless. Self-awareness is such an important thing. If you have healthy boundaries, know what is a healthy boundary, know what is an unhealthy boundary, know why you are putting this boundary up, and know to who are you putting this boundary up, right? If you are married, you cannot treat your wife as if she's your bad ex-girlfriend. If you have a new boyfriend in your life that's good for you and it's good to you, don't treat him as the bad ex. That's a wall. It's not a boundary. We have to know the difference between the two. Well, I hope this message helped, encouraged, inspired, and it helped you. If you have any more questions about this, please let me know, because we do want you to be clear. From Mind Prosperity, we love you, we appreciate you, and we will see you soon again. Goodbye.